Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Blind Date Jazz with violinist Cora Venus Lunny and vocalist and electronics artist Jenna Harris. I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. I really have. One of the things that I'm finding really fascinating about this series and about the work that these amazing musicians are doing is just sort of reflecting on the parallels that you can see between language and music in terms of communication. And tonight's episode really brought that home to me in a way. I think it's about the ways in which our musicians construct their conversations and the way sometimes people find ways of mirroring and imitating each other as a way to connect, as you might with a conversation, sort of find the points you have in common with someone. And sometimes they take their own line on something and they really don't imitate, but they find ways of maintaining their own musical ideas while complementing another person's musical ideas and connecting in that way. And I think it's quite interesting that our musicians don't know what instrument they're performing with. So the role of the instrument is not necessarily what you would expect in that construction. It's not that instruments that have quite different timbres connect on motifs. They may connect in terms of sounds and timbres, even though you wouldn't think of it. And sometimes the instruments like the voice and violin tonight have found ways of maintaining very individual ideas, I think, even though they may have some quite similar timbres and sound worlds. And I think it's really shown off the personality of our musicians in the way that they construct these conversations, which I'm finding really, really interesting. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's performance. If you feel like hearing some more creative musings afterwards, Cora has just been a guest on our brand new podcast on a Bam Bam episode of IMC's Creative About Music podcast, which you can find on all our podcast platforms. So she's there talking to Aoife Kincannon about creativity and music making, being a musician. You can find more of Cora and Jenna's works in the description box below, and you can look back over the whole Blind Date Jazz series as well if you've missed any of them. We do really appreciate a subscription if you can. It helps us to sort of get things out there. Or if you know anyone who might enjoy this music, please just let them know, send them a text or send them an email. And if you can share this music with anyone who might enjoy it, we'd really appreciate that. Hope you enjoyed tonight's performance.
If you're improvising, then it's taken for granted that you're going to play differently than you did before and that the music will be unique at that moment. And now I think this is something that is true for many types of music that would not necessarily fall into the category of improvised. Wherever you have live music, there is variation and variety and detail, and I think that's one of the things that makes live music so interesting and fascinating and essential to life, is the fact that there's always going to be something about it that isn't the same and something special and unique. But with the improvised music, that's kind of turned all the way up to 11. It's just so much fun, and I'm just so glad that it exists and that we're allowed to do it.
To me, I suppose it's just freedom or the opportunity to respond to my environment. So that's either going to be my own thoughts or what I'm hearing, you know, whether that's over changes or whether it's just maybe an open jam with somebody. I think it is. It's just an opportunity to respond to the environment in real time. My name is Jenna Harris, and I'm on a sonic blind date with...
Hi, my name is Cora Venus Lunny, and I'm on a sonic blind date with...
Nice to see you.
You too. Oh my god. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
That was really surprising.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny, you came into my head a few times today, actually.
Oh, really?
Which is weird.
That's so
yeah,
funny.
if I'm totally honest. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's funny, yeah. Gas.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done to you both. I mean, have you guys, first of all, have you guys played together before?
No, only
Near each other.
yeah, and I think just once with Anna Jordan's band.
Yeah, exactly.
We were
Selk.
doing kind of with Selk, yeah. I was just doing backing vocals, and
Right.
then that night they had a lovely string section. So
that
yeah,
was fun.
yeah, that was great. So yeah, but no, not like this.
Yeah.
no.
It's great fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was so much kind of fragility, but there was a whole lot of like sounds, really good soundscapey stuff there. I'm interested in going back to the start, of course. And Cora, you kicked off on violin, and Jenna, I mean, was there anything going through your mind when you heard the instrument?
Cora.
Okay, there's a definite answer there. Yeah. Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That was, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, already during the day I'd wondered,
Right.
you know, I think you can't help but do the kind of process of elimination. I mentioned that before, but
We're talking about this kind of mental Rolodex you have.
yeah, that
going.
you just
Yeah,
kind of,
I was trying so hard not to go
Yeah.
through it, and then it's such a funny mental journey to go on before
Yeah.
playing. It's really funny.
It is. I because like you're saying there, just trying not to. That's exactly what, after the first kind of period of time, I was trying not to. And then on the way down here, I just was like, I think my mind was just going, I just was not in control of my brain at that point. I think. So.
And so, okay, so that was a very quick answer, Cora, to that one. But then on the flip side, Cora, you know, I mean, you were hearing some sort of, you know, processed vocal
Yeah.
coming out of your monitor.
I didn't know it was vocals for a while. That was
Yeah.
really cool. So I was like, okay, this is somebody doing electronics. Could be absolutely anyone. And then it was just like, okay, stop thinking about who it is and just enjoy playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was amazing. It was so brilliant. Then when you started to sing, I was like, oh wow,
Yeah.
that was great. That was a brilliant moment.
Okay.
That kind of illuminated everything a little bit.
Yeah, because that was about 5 minutes in, and then you brought in a sort of, you know, some vocal phrases, and I really loved you kind of had this underbed of kind of a rhythm going with the I guess I don't know what's happening there with the processing, but it was in, you know, it was really cool, and then there was a sense of urgency there as well, Cora, that I felt, yeah, I mean, thank you both, you know, so much for doing this, and that was really, really brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed that, and thank you. Yeah, yeah, it was really nice to just one thing, I suppose, just to kind of, because I do play on my own quite a lot, so it was really, really nice to, yeah, just to have, like, I felt like I got way more ideas and things to work from. Yeah, and yeah, I don't think I've formed what I think yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
think
that's
I'm
the
just
thing.
trying
Like,
to
I'm going to be
process the whole
processing
thing.
this for a long
Yeah.
time, and then it'll probably be very strange to hear it back as well after.
Yeah, I think so.
Because
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm interested, but just it tends to feel very different playing than
Yeah.
it does to listen back. So
Yeah.
oh, it's great though. It was,
Yeah.
it's brilliant. You've given me so much nourishment. Thank you.
Yeah, likewise.
And
Cora.
I have to bring up the curtain because we always do. So the curtain coming down. I saw Cora. I saw a glance over
Yeah.
straight away because had you rolled, like, you'd forgotten or just not considered
Oh
thinking
no,
about names.
I didn't know really, and I just wanted to know as soon as possible. Then when I heard the curtain, I was like, okay, let's change this.
And Jen, did anything change? Like when we talked earlier about, you know, that kind of eye contact thing, you know, and did anything change there with
I did feel a bit different, yeah, when the curtain went down, yeah. It was a confirmation, you know, that it was Cora. But then, yeah, I suppose you do. It's just maybe you just feel a bit more exposed, like literally, like it's just, I don't know. It just, yeah. I'm trying to think how. Yeah, maybe I just became a little bit more conscious just for a few, maybe 30 seconds or something, you know. I kind of looked over and just to confirm, and then I just kind of, had to sort of regroup and, you know, go back. So maybe it was just a kind of a bump in the road more so than maybe what I played being any different. I'm not sure.
And Cora, you mentioned before we began earlier, you mentioned that you often play with your eyes closed anyway. But after stealing that, you know, glance.
Yeah, I think I went back to shutting my eyes.
Yeah,
and
you
going
did.
Back into the
But did anything dynamically change for you? Like once you know you had confirmation,
I don't really think.
Another human.
I mean, it's very hard to tell, really. I don't think so. I was like, I don't know. I felt very connected right away when we started playing, and that didn't obviously change or go away once I knew who you were. So, it was just lovely.
Just based on what we're hearing.
No, that was such a brilliant way to communicate and to talk to each other in that way. Really interesting.
I agree. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, thank you both for joining us on this Blind Date Jazz.
Thank you.